everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Divorced Women's Guide podcast. How are you doing today? It is Wendy, your host, aka the Divorced Women's Guide. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever it is that you are, whatever it is that you guys are doing. And as a reminder at the start of this episode, have you guys bought my book yet? It's called Divorce Sucks, Now What? You can purchase it on Amazon, either via Kindle or paperback. And be sure to join my free Facebook community. It's called Divorce Rehab with Wendy. Would love to see you guys coming in there and joining the conversation and getting more support. So today's episode, you guys, is going to share and talk a little bit more about mindset shifts. And this is one that no one has talked about before. Nobody. And it keeps coming up for me. It keeps coming up with my clients. And that then tells me that it is something I get to talk about on my podcast and share my wisdom with you guys around it. And that mindset shift is what is going to shift you out of lack, out of scarcity, and into an abundant mindset that is going to manifest anything and everything that you so badly desire. So let's dive into this week's episode. And I'm going to set this up in the following way, okay? I'm inviting you guys to put aside your opinions, your preconceived notions, your negative self-talk, your limiting beliefs, and just park them on the side, because how I'm going to talk about this today and what I'm going to talk about is different. It is very different than anything you guys have probably even heard me talk about. It's in alignment with what I preach. But today's episode is very deeply rooted in spirituality. It is rooted in faith. It is rooted in trust of the universe. It is rooted in knowing that we are co-creators with the universe. And I'm going to start with this first, is what what is coming to me that I want to kick this off with is having to do with the law of attraction. Okay. You guys know that the law of attraction essentially means that you attract what it is that you put out, right? When I talk about this, I basically say what you think you create. So if you are sitting in a scarcity mindset, you are continuing your existence of scarcity. When you have an abundance mindset, you are continually creating an abundant life. Now, so many times we associate these words and this language with money. And I'm going to invite you guys to broaden your scope of the word abundance and scarcity, even that this has to do with you can have an abundance of energy. You can have an abundance of, love. You can have an abundance of generosity, right? It's not just about money. Okay. But yet for some reason, that's what we all choose to associate it with. So I'm just inviting you to, again, leave your preconceived notions outside, right? I'm inviting you guys to just kind of step a little bit outside of your normal comfort zone. And I'm doing that because what is ultimately preventing you from really standing in and owning an abundant mindset, okay, is the concept of, drum roll, time. Yes. Time is not real, you guys. We have created this whole clock system to put numbers and to equate something, a measurement, okay, with how it is that we go about doing our lives, how it is that we structure our day. And of course, we all live based on the clock, right? We all live based on our calendars, appointments, etc. But here's the thing, when it comes to creating abundance, time doesn't exist, right? It doesn't exist in the earthly way. So time, when it deals with creating abundance and when the universe is involved, time is irrelevant because it has to do more with who it is that you are being, how it is that you are shifting, what it is that you are thinking. And ultimately, your thinking is creating your existence. And so many women tell me, okay, so many women tell me their fears after divorce, okay? Of course, I was there too, I get it. We're terrified of the unknown. I mean, it's really the unknown of everything. And when you think about fear of the unknown, that also relates back to time. And when we're afraid of things that haven't happened yet, we do our best to try to control, right? My fellow A-type personalities out there, we do our best to try to control everything around us. And that's a doing energy. Do, check, check. I'm going to control this. And then when things don't go our way, we get upset. Well, I'm going to reveal something to you guys, okay? Anytime the universe is co-creating with us, it always happens in the way that we do not plan. That is just the way that this works, which is why it is so incredibly important to stop trying to control everything, to release your desire, your need to control, and instead to change your thoughts and to trust that what is happening in your life is happening for you. And instead of wondering, why isn't it happening now? Again, another word associated with time, it's shifting your mindset into, well, when it is meant to be, it will come. When I release the scarcity mindset, it will come. But that doesn't mean now. It doesn't mean immediate. It doesn't mean 10 years from now. It just means that it is coming. And so when you are thinking about what does an abundance mindset look like without placing time on it, it simply means opening up your lens, seeing new perspectives, getting present in your everyday life instead of being on autopilot, and paying attention to what is happening in your world. Everything that goes on is happening for you for some reason. And so many times we fall asleep at the wheel, or we're just trying to get through to get to the next thing on our list, or we're just trying to get our kids dropped off at school, or we're just trying to get an assignment out for work. But what is missing in this equation is, what is your intention behind doing all of this? Like, why are you taking your kids to school? Why are you completing this assignment? What is the feeling that comes when you are doing these activities, right? Who are you being in the process, right? So I love taking my son to school because it gives me time to connect with him one-on-one. I have 2 kids. I don't get a lot of one-on-one time with them, being divorced. And so I love to connect with him and to kind of pick his brain about the weekend or what's coming up at school this week. And I just get really present around dropping him off at the bus stop. Same thing when I'm doing work, right? I'm recording this podcast episode. What is my intention? It is always to provide you guys with nuggets of information to help you wherever it is that you are in your divorce process. My intention is to inspire you, to motivate you, to make you feel good, to make you see that your life is in your control, that you do have the power to change your life, to design the life that you want. That is the lens through which I create every single episode. And what do I create? Well, I stand in the mindset of that when I am being me in an everyday perspective. And that is why I have manifested the abundant life that I have created. I stop paying attention to when is it going to finally happen? And instead, I trust that it will when it's meant to be. I keep myself open to the signs. I keep myself open to the communication from the universe so that I don't miss it. It comes in ways that we don't necessarily anticipate or plan. It never happens the way we want. It just happens. That is how this works. And it is how I have been able to, not only for myself, but also for thousands of my clients, you guys, how I've been able to help them change their life, to go from feeling scarcity to being in a place where they are creating abundance every which way. It doesn't mean that there aren't moments where they sneak back into that scarcity mindset, but they have the tools to know how to shift and how to get back into that abundance mindset. You guys, the universe is always listening. It's always paying attention. And you have the power every moment of every day to change your life, to change your mindset, to change your thoughts, and surround yourself with the abundance that I know you desire and that you can start creating today. I am curious to hear what it is that you guys think about this whole concept around time doesn't really exist, that time is of a whole other level, a whole other plane of existence that we don't have a crystal ball around. We try and we try, but it's not up to us. However, it is up to us and the creator. It is a co-creation process. So make sure that you check in with yourself, to your higher power, to your universe, to God, whatever it is that you designate as the divine. And make sure that you're checking in on a regular basis to make sure that you're still aligned in that intention of the abundant life that you want to create. It is so important that as a part of my morning ritual, it is making sure that I am in alignment with that version of myself every single day and reminding myself of the tools that I have to be able to get myself back into that mindset when it is that I fall out. And if you are somebody who is interested in learning this, well, lucky for you, I've got tons of tools available to you. I've got resources on my website, wendysterling.net. You can also schedule a complimentary call with me. Simply go to contactwendy.com and let's see if perhaps working with me is your path, or maybe there's another resource that I have available that could support you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's episode. I know that I really love talking about this, and as I said a couple of minutes ago, my goal with every episode is to give you guys nuggets of information to support you wherever it is that you are in your divorce recovery and healing process. I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Sending you so much love, light, and joy as always. Mwah. Bye, everybody.